Oh man, just making this video for you guys. I miss you guys. I miss the conferences. I miss the sharing of ideas in person, the community, the fellowship. Oh, I had to start with that. I also have to start by saying thank you to the Venerable Kissy Blackwell and the esteemed Robert Rossborough for their nominations. Two wonderful friends of mine who have nominated me to help be part of, I think, a really, really unique and special organization, the DPCA Alliance, which I've been a member of from, well, as soon as I started my practice in 2018. I am Neal Douglas. You guys probably have heard about the guy who practices out of his basement. We're supposed to tell you a little bit about why we do what we do, why we love direct primary care. I've got like 2 more minutes to do this. But I wanted to show you a little bit of my passion here, my vision, and where I work, because you're going to see probably a lot of videos if you're trying to make an informed decision about all this, and I want you to know my heart a little bit. So I live in Hood River, Oregon. It's a small town where a lot of small businesses are. And one of the things I'm really passionate about, and something that I have right in my entryway, is in 2018, we were voted Small Business of the Year in our community, which, that's really, really exciting for us. Ultimately, this community needed affordable healthcare. And when I saw that and I realized my community needed something, I left my fee-for-service practice and said, it's time to give them something that's affordable and more relationship-driven. And that's what really brought me to the DPC movement. Once I met all of you crazy people, that passion just grew to the point where I truly feel that we have the ability to fix healthcare entirely. Here's my new door, clinic space. So that's the entryway. And I'm gonna have my own office for the first time ever. I'm so excited about it. It's pretty awesome. That used to be a waiting room. Who needs waiting rooms with COVID going on? I'm gonna take you guys outside because that's gonna also show you a little bit of my passion. Being around my family, having balance in life, so important for me. And in fact, this is where my children like to play during my clinic day. I think one of our little friends is here. But this is, this is my home and this is the clinic. So when it comes to what I would contribute to the DPC Alliance, I think, we just need to get back to the way medicine used to be. We need to really, the ace in the hole for us as physicians is that we have, okay, boys, just a minute. I know, that's true. Can you say vote for my dad? Vote for my dad. Thanks, Leroy. Awesome. Okay, here's another one. Here's Hudson. Say vote for Neal.
Vote for Neal.
Thanks, dude. So one of the things I'm really passionate about, obviously family, community, relationship, is really what our ace in the hole is. We have the ability to develop relationships with not only with our patients, but also with our colleagues, and developing that relationship, growing this movement. I know I've talked about growing the movement, it's just something I'm really passionate about, is how do we make sure that our friends and colleagues in family medicine understand that there's a better way to do this, and how do we get residents and how do we get medical students to understand that primary care can be a phenomenal lifestyle. I have to tell you, my lifestyle is amazing. I work from home. I have this beautiful setting I get to practice in a community that I get to oftentimes trade medical services for. It's such an organic thing, and it's such a it's just such a unique place. But why can we not make this more mainstream? Why can't we have more doctors practicing out of their basement, doing direct primary care and serving communities? So that's really what I'm passionate about. I'm going to take you guys over here because the fall colors are just beautiful. I'm in my work clothes today because I don't work on Fridays, but there's the new chicken coop just behind my what is that, my left ear, right ear? I can't tell in this thing. You've probably heard the roosters crowing. Usually there's big volcanoes back there. Anyway, so my role, and I've talked with Kissy and Rob about this extensively, but what I'd really love to do from the DPC Alliance and the movement into doing the mastermind weekends, loved being a part of that. I was able to work alongside Rob and Julie to put on the very first DPC mastermind here. Actually, it was in Silverton. And we had a great time, just sharing our passion and really getting hands-on training with people who are right at that decision point or who had already decided to go into DPC. That type of intentionality, I love. I love building those relationships and making sure that people realize this organization is not about, it starts with a relationship. It's the same as the movement. And so I want to keep that alive. I also want to get very intentional about how we teach residents, teach medical students about this option. That relationship still trumps all in medicine. It is the only way to really connect with patients and to provide the best healthcare possible. I am absolutely convinced of that. So thanks for listening to me rant a little bit here. I guess some of my qualifications, I ran a very large practice for 5 years in Portland, and that just didn't work out really well. That was out of residency. I sort of stepped into my dad's shoes. He was family medicine for a long time. And just ran a staff of about 50 people. Really enjoyed it, really loved the management side of things and just, and the business and how all that ran. But quickly realized that we were not able to serve patients' needs with an insurance company in the room. So, and many of you guys, that obviously resonates with almost all of us. So, again, thanks for taking a little walk with me through my clinic. I haven't shown you guys the exam room. I'm going over again. I always go over on these videos because I like to talk and I get distracted. So here's the exam room. There's our little measuring stick. When people are like, what measuring stick do you get? And I'm like, well, that's good enough. We just threw some numbers on a piece of flooring. There's my exam table. Oh, I love that thing. It's so functional. It's so awesome. I was draining a pretty large, we did a fine needle aspirate on a thyroid in here the other day. That was pretty exciting. I'll share that with you guys in a little bit. And hip injections, we did a big peritonsillar abscess drainage in here. That was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It gets exciting in here, but it looks nice too. It's very functional. Anyways, I'll stop boring you guys with this candidacy video. Again, I just feel honored to be even considered for the position. And the list of people are phenomenal. So I think either way, we're going to have excellent leadership moving forward, but I would love to be involved, and I'd love to be on the committee and just able to share my ideas and my passions in a more formal way. So I'd appreciate your vote. And if any of you are in Oregon, you have a formal invitation from me to come stay at a beautiful farmhouse and see our clinic here. I love sharing this place with people just because it's a beautiful part of the world. It's a neat community, and I think what we've built here is pretty special. So from my lovely home and clinic to yours, have a wonderful fall, and thanks for your consideration.